Well, I've been circulating a letter, and I've had 10 or 12 of them, and I have never run across a person yet that has been for building the Civic Center down there. And this is over a period since I started this. Now, there's something wrong that the council can't put out this information telling people what they're doing. You read a letter in the Courier and it says the people are for it, and we're going to build on Bud Avenue. Why are they saying that? It's in the Courier that you're going to build there.
It's the proposed site at this time.
No.
But the only way we'll build there is if this EI2 comes in satisfactory and the federal government agrees to do the remediation at their expenditure.
Right.
If that doesn't happen, we will not be building there.
That's right. And as part of the site selection process had to be pushed forward on the agenda because of the need to tap into the infrastructure money that the feds and the province are putting forward right now. They wanted to complete the package to request the shared dollars. They needed a complete package from us of where we're going to do it and what we're going to put in there. So we had to make a decision. The site selection committee of the board had to make a decision so the applications could go forward. If we miss this opportunity right now with the building funds and the feds and the province trying to stimulate the economy, then we may miss the opportunity for the Civic Center period. Now, that's not to say it's concrete. We still have to wait for the results of the assessments. But the work had to be done in an accelerated manner based on the criteria given to us by the province and the federal government. We were kind of put in a position where you've got a great project, you've got a great community supporting the project, let's get the proposal on the table, and the Civic Center Board was able to do that with the help of the town.
Well, I think that you should put this out to the public.
It's going to be, and it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be a little bit late, because this whole note on this site down there has turned more people against the Civic Center than you could ever dream of. People that were for the Civic Center are now against it, because you people are holding out.
Why is it just because of that?
Because they're not getting information.
They're not getting information, yeah.
I think that report, that EI2 report, will give them the information they want, and they'll either be able to critique it or agree with it or whatever. But I would assume, and this is only my personal assumption, this is nothing official from anybody, but if the government of Canada agrees or disagrees rather with the remediation, that as it comes in more money than they're prepared to give us, then we'll be looking at a second site.
I would think so.
That is a logical assumption, that we'll be looking at a second site if the remediation money is not forthcoming that is necessary to do that site, to prepare that site.
Well, I may be a little stupid, but you're pouring money down the drain even if you are waiting for the money.
Well, if you
Why
can get
can't
a
you
piece
pick
of
a site?
waterfront remediated, that's what
Number one, because the site committee set it up, and that's the choice site. Regardless of people who go there, you'll always have people like another site, but this site is the one that's preferred because of downtown.
By whom, Mr. Mayor? By whom is it preferred?
The site committee and the
What committee?
If I may, you're actually talking ahead to the wrong group of people, because the recommendation to examine the site does not come from council. It comes from the Civic Center Board. Council has reserved its judgment. So council, I repeat, has committed nothing and is aware of the concerns that you re-enunciate tonight, and I'm sure appreciates your bringing them up again, because they're reasonable. But I stress, and I can't stress enough, that this council is being not unusually, very, very cautious about this, and has not endorsed either the site at this point, nor has it invested any money in it.
Well, before
so
you do,
the people you should be shouting at.
To the public. That's all I'm here for.
All right, but I mean, the council has taken note of that. But where the shouting should go to, if your neighbors are concerned, ought to be the Civic Center Board, because it is they who have agreed that the site should be prime. However, as Councillor Williams has said, should the site not be satisfactory for whatever reason, then they too, I am positive, will move to an alternative site. And no money has yet been spent. I can't stress that enough. So no money is going down the drain because no drain has yet been created.
Well, what money is being spent for the engineering?
$25,000.
How much?
25, approximately.
$25,000.
For each test. So that's,
for the entire report.
I think we've taken.
Yeah.
what about your first report? Who paid for that?
That was a different story. I don't know who paid for the first one offhand.
I believe that was the Civic Center. as
Yeah, I
well.
believe so,
That
too.
was the John Butcher, was it not?
I was about 17, 18 for the first one.
Yeah, it was in that area.
I will try and straighten it out with them, because they was up to my house and sat and had coffee. Two members of the Civic Center.
I know, Peter
asked me if
and
they-
Richard, yeah.
And I don't know why I'm tied up in this, because I had the experience of the thing down there, because I'm so hard of hearing that I don't get things right all the time.
But
Oh,
Ed,
that's okay.
I will say, Ed, that to me, if there is an additional cost that the federal government is not willing to fund, I would have difficulty with the site, because I agree that that's not a good use of taxpayers' dollars.
Well,
I will say that tomorrow, I've been writing speeches for tomorrow, and one of them does say that there's approximately $200,000 worth of donations of money contingent on it being that site. That is, say there are people who are willing to say, I will give that much money if it's at Bud Avenue, but not if it's anywhere else.
and people are willing to say that, but I mean, the government
Well,
is passing this to you, but why can't it be used on something else that they're passing to you? Why can't the existing arena be finished? They say it's downhill. Why can't they be upgraded? And
You don't own the
then we'll have the
property,
second
Charlie.
night, because you know as well as I know, once the Civic Center is built, then goodbye arena. You can't afford to keep two buildings.
Anyway, I think we've,
I have to agree with
appreciate
that,
you coming in, and we did hear you. Or do hear
Well,
you.
as long as...
I do hear you.
Well, that's good.